Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how to remove such halos which from time to time appear on stars, around stars on our astro images. This is the image made by user Afur from the Astropolis forum, internet forum, dedicated mostly to astrophotography, and Afur posted this image, this photograph, on this Astropolis forum and asked, among others, he asked what to do with such halo around one of the stars. So I decided to make a video showing what I do, how I remove such halos around stars. For this I'm using Gimp, the free image editing software Gimp, and within Gimp I'm using free select tool, which I believe is called lasso in Photoshop. So free select tool in Gimp, and then I will be working with levels. Okay, so let's start doing something with this halo. So the first thing is to escape. The first thing to do is to make a selection around this halo. So we just click a line around it, and we hit enter on the keyboard. And then we can see when we turn the quick mask here on the left lower edge of the screen, there is a small button for toggling the quick mask. We can see that the whole region of the halo is selected, but we don't want the star to be selected. So what we have to do is we have to subtract some fragment of this selection, and to do this we go back to free select tool and we choose subtract from the current selection, and then we go around, we draw a line around the region we want to subtract, and now we can see that we only have the halo itself marked and the star is no longer marked. Okay, so the next important step, and it is really important step, is to choose select and feather. Wow, this is much too big value. This value is much too big. It is because my previous project was about editing some other image and this value was stored. But now I enter, I think, like 10 pixels and hit OK. And let's see how this mask looks like. Yeah, I think it's about right. It is very important to make these edges, the edge of the selection, to be soft, not sharp, but soft, and for this the feather, select and feather option I use for this select and feather option. Okay, so we have selected the halo, and now what we can do is we go, like I said, I use after selection, I use colors and levels. Levels is a very basic tool in every photo editing software. And if you want to do anything in Photoshop or Gimp, you just have to know how levels work. It's very useful and very important, and also very powerful if you use it in the right way. Okay, so first thing which we can do is we can change the color of the halo to match the background, to match the color with the background. So what we can do, we can go down with reds. Go down with reds. We can go down with blues. Hop. Now we have like a greenish cast. We can also try to go down with green. We can try to go down with green, maybe even more down with reds. Oh, now we are getting somewhere. Let's reduce reds even more. Okay. Let's reduce green too. Right, maybe something like this, and then we can try switch to value, which works on the histogram as a whole, not on the separate channels like here, but the value works on the whole histogram, and we can move the middle button, the middle triangle to the right to make the selection even darker. Okay, so click OK, select none, and now our halo is definitely reduced, but still it's not perfect. We have this magenta halo. Well, it's weaker, but it's still a halo. A little bit bigger, weaker, but it's still a halo around the star, so we can try to reduce this magenta. Magenta or magenta? How do you pronounce it in English? If you know, please write me in the comments. It's magenta or magenta? I think it's magenta. So I'm saying magenta, but if you know better, if you are native English speaker, please let me know how to pronounce magenta or magenta, but for now I will be saying magenta. So anyway, let's choose free select again, and this time we will draw a line around this magenta halo, or part of the halo, and we hit enter on the keyboard, and again, guess what, we have to use feather. Then maybe it will be too much, we'll see, maybe we make like 7, hit OK. Yes, we can try. So we have to add some green or subtract some red. Let's try subtracting first. Subtracting, I mean reducing. It's not subtracting, it's reducing. Reducing red, reducing blue, reducing blue. And what to do next? Maybe I will brighten it a little bit. It's too much now. Green, red. Okay, I will go down with red. And I will go down with blue. No. I think I will leave it like here. And now I will make it brighter a little bit. Oh, so this brightness of the selection here, it should match the brightness around this selection. So generally we want to blend the area within the selection, we want to blend with the surroundings. Okay, so select none. There you go. You see, the magenta halo was reduced. I see I made a mistake. I didn't duplicate the layer. That's okay. All right, so we have, right now we have the halo. It's not pink anymore. It's not violet, it's not pink. It's rather green. But still we can work even more on it. So we select this again, the whole area. In the meantime, I'm thinking how to open the original file again, but we will think about it later. Okay, we have the selection once again, and we set subtract again, and we subtract the middle part of the selection. Up, hit enter, and now we go to feather. Let's make it 10 again. Maybe it will be too much. Enable, disable feather selection, pre-select, and again select, instead of 10 I will choose like 7. Yeah, maybe this will be alright. And now what I can do, I can try to go down with the saturation a little bit. Yes, now we are getting somewhere. Reduce the saturation, and again go to levels and reduce the brightness of the whole area within the selection. And I think we are close to finishing our work. Select none. Now it's maybe, yes, it's a little bit too green. So what I will do, I will go back one step to recover this selection, and now I try to match the color within the selection with this part and this part. So I will add a little bit red, levels, value, red, pick, 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 pick. Oh, something like this. Now it's more red. Maybe I will add just a tad of blue, of green, and maybe not. No, no green, only red. Only red. Okay. Select none. There we go. All right. So more or less, this is it. We can try to fix it even more, because here is a darker part. So what I can do, I can switch to the tool options again, switch back to a new selection. Yes, replace the current selection. And what I can do is I can draw a line around this darker part. Up. And I can add to this selection, I can add this area here, which is also a little bit darker. Enter. So we have these two areas selected. Now go to feather. 7. No, 7 will be too much, I think. Select feather. Let's make it like 4. Okay. Yes, I think it looks like 2 kidneys. All right. So we have selected, we have feathered the selection and colors, levels, and we make it a little bit brighter. Just a tad. A little bit brighter and maybe a little bit redder. A little bit redder. Okay. Select none. There we are. Okay. And now we can try to remove even more of this magenta tint here, because there is a slight amount of magenta. So again, subtract the star. Hop, 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 hop. Enter. select feather 4, okay. Okay, let's try 4. And what we will do, we will either add some green, and go back with, reduce the overall brightness. Reduce, no, it's too much. It's too much. I can go down with green as well. Maybe I will add some red. Yes, add some red and go down with blue. Oh, now we are getting somewhere. Value, make it a little bit brighter. And I think it's still a little bit magentish. A little bit too magentish. Let's add some green. If I add some green, the overall tint will be more yellow, because red and green give yellow. And I can darken it a little bit. No, I think it's too much of this green tint. Hit OK. And what I can try is to reduce the saturation a little bit. Think something like this. Select none. Okay, I think that's it. There is almost no trace of this pinkish halo, which we started with. I can also try, actually I would stop right here, but this part here is right, just for fun, just to see what can be achieved. So what I can try to do is I can try to reduce the color of this whole area. It's not pink anymore, it's a little bit reddish. But we can try to reduce it, to make it more green. And subtract from the current selection, yes. Subtract from the current selection. Pick, enter. Select feather, and let's make it 10 pixels. Oh, maybe it's too much, maybe not. Okay, and now we can try to go down with the saturation a little bit, and we can try to make it darker a little bit. But I think the feather is, there is too little of feathering, I think. Yes, I try to make feather. Let's make it these 10 pixels. Okay, let's try now. Colors, colors, levels, value. Let's make it a little bit darker. And let's add some green, and let's add some blue. Oh, too much. Yeah, in a moment we will finish with the same magenta color which we started with. But let's not. Let's add some green. There you see. There you see. There you go, what I wanted to say. There you go. Adding some green, we matched the color of the selection with the color of the surroundings, I hope. And now if I make it even darker, maybe I reduce some red also. Okay. Select none. There we are. Okay, let's keep it like this. Or is it too much green? Maybe it's too much green. Levels, colors, levels. Let's reduce some green. But if I do, then I will go to magenta again, and I don't want. I want it to be a little bit orange, the whole area. A little bit orange, so I need to add some red. More. And go down with the overall value. It's too yellow now. Okay, so reduce some red. Maybe if I make it brighter, it's still too yellow, isn't it? Okay, something like this. Okay, so for the last part, I can try to reduce the saturation a little bit. Okay. Now it's finished. Yes, I think, okay. This is what I wanted to achieve. The halo is gone and the whole background here is more or less similar to the surroundings. Alright, so now what I will do, I will save it as halo removed, because I want to show you the effect before and after. So this is after. This one is from a previous run of this tutorial. So now I will open this file. This is the original file with the this is the original file with the halo. So I will select all, edit, copy, switch back to the image I was working on, and I will edit and paste as new layer. There we are. Yes. So this is before the pink halo, and this is after. Removed without any script, without any artificial intelligence, without Pix inside. It's just 100% Gimp made. Removing the halos around stars in Gimp. This is before, this is after. This is before, this is after. Very easy. What you need to do is just to use free select tool, then feather the selection. It's not active now, but feather the selection, choose the right amount of feathering, and once you have selected your area, you can use levels to match the colors and brightness of the selection. And you do it, you repeat it, these steps, as long as you achieve similar result to what I have achieved. Meaning the surroundings of the star which was surrounded by the halo, the area around the star is matching the color and brightness of the rest of the background. And that's it. So thank you for your attention, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.